talk about 0.55 and loot spawning. Obviously, you can see that, you know, I pretty much have a lot of gear. Found most of this gear up in Northwest Airfield military base. Loot's kind of scarce around Baron Zeno, and I mean, yeah, you can find loot, food, and some clothes and stuff like that, but most people that are running around this game are looking for military loot. You know, they don't want civilian clothes. I mean, there's a select few people that want canvas pants and tutu dresses and fire extinguishers and stuff like that, but the majority of us, you know, we like to look pretty pimp in the game and have all the good gear and look pretty nice in the game. Even though this is a survival game. I mean, really it is. So really we should be looking, you know, raggedy and with tattered clothes and, you know, a beard and dirty fingernails and whatnot, but still, you know, in this game, the game is pretty. You want your character to look great, you know, so that's just the way it is. So with the old loot system, you know, re-implemented, we got, you know, a lot of the old, you know, loot spawns, but none of the new stuff. They, you know, they didn't add the new stuff with this because they had to roll back, did all the complaints and, you know, people complaining about, hey, I'm, you know, being eaten off the coast. You know, there's a whole bunch of cannibals running around like lunatics, eating people, and I'm not having that. You know, they were threatening to stop playing the game and all this other jazz. And of course, you know, the devs, you know, they don't want to lose people, you know, but they also want to make the game the way they want, so they had to, you know, do a happy medium and come back to the original, you know, loot system. It sucks for, you know, the hardcore players. You know, they want to actually run and scavenge and hunt for food and forage, you know, forage and stuff like that, and you know, that's cool and all, but you know, then you have the people who are, you know, running around just killing Bambis and terrorizing anyone who walks onto a server, and you know, that's part of the game. You really can't get away from that. You know, there's bandits and there's heroes, I guess you could call them. I've never really seen a hero that wasn't a bandit, but you know, hey, that's zombie. You know, but that's me. You know, they like to say they're heroes, but give food out to people and stuff like that. But you know, in this game, I've maybe run into a couple people that actually were out to help or didn't try to shoot me immediately. Dang zombies, freaking, what the hell? Anyway, get away from me. You know, so it's just it's hard to please people. It's hard to, you know, get people to like a certain thing, and it's always going to be that way. It's always going to be, you know, oh, you're doing this wrong, you're doing that wrong, and people have to realize this is an alpha game. You know, there's not a lot to do in this game. It really isn't. I mean, they just added one vehicle, you know, one cargo, one, you know, just a frame, and you know, it's hard to find, you know, unless you're actually searching for it or you're like used to certain areas. You know, you'll find one, you know, here and there, but you know, like for instance, Baron Zeno here, you know, you're not seeing a lot of V3S's, you know, spawning here, so you got to go looking for them. A lot of people don't want to do that. I, for one, myself, I've found a few just sitting around, and I hate to contradict myself, but I did find one in Baron Zeno, but it seemed like somebody must have like logged out or something, and the vehicle was just sitting in the middle of the road. So I took it upon myself to drive that around, and I ended up flipping it, going around the corner, because that thing is really finicky. So I don't know, it's just, you know, people have to realize that this game is not done. We are testing a product, and we give our feedback, and that, you know, sometimes they'll listen, sometimes they won't. I mean, when this game first came out, really it was just about PvP. There really wasn't a lot to do. There was no hunting, you know, crafting was very limited, and, you know, you got to this point where, well, the only thing to do is run around, loot, gather gear, and PvP, which is exactly what we do now. I mean, in all honesty, there's, like, what? Some cattle, some deer, some hogs, you know, chickens, things like that you can go hunt. But you have to find all the implements to cook it. You know, you can't just throw it on the fire. You can't, you know, you don't have, like, a stick that you can, you know, just, you know, cook meat, and, you know, and if there is one that you can do that, I apologize if I'm wrong on that, you know, please correct me if I'm wrong on that, you know, but you need a lot of things to cook the meat, so, you know, this game still has a long way to go, so the main thing that we do right now is, you know, it's PvP, and, you know, a lot of people don't like that either. A lot of people complain, oh, I get killed every time I walk off the coast, or, you know, I can't find any loot because, you know, the big towns like this, like Bernardino, are already looted, you know, most of the time they are, at least. I mean, I found a few items here and there, but as you can see in this building, there should be a can of food. Is that a zucchini? No, it's a chair. Sorry. And, like right here, here's a can of food. And, you know, I might leave it for the next person because, in all honesty, I don't need it. I have tons of food on me. And that's the thing with the new, you know, well, with the old loot spawning system, food spawns everywhere. There's so much food that I don't even need to pick that up. You know, I would just be picking it up for no reason. I have so much food on me. You know, and I could be a douche and pick it up and not let somebody who's a fresh spawn trying to run around looking for something to eat really quickly. You know, I could be a douche and I could do that, and, you know, because loot doesn't spawn that quick on this game. I mean, I've been running around on this server for a couple days now, and it seems like the loot doesn't respawn that quickly. I mean, yeah, okay, there's like a million loot spawns on this game. I get that. So, but there should be at least a way for loot to spawn in high populated areas, which, you know, Bernardino is one of those places. It's always you know, populated with people, and either you're running around, you know, with no clothes on, or you got, you know, full gear and you're trying to kill the people with no clothes on, or, you know, vice versa. You know, there should be a lot better loot spawns, or at least faster loot spawns. Yeah, zombie! That's another thing. Zombies have become, like, OP, like, over 9,000 powerful. The other day I was running through Zelenogorsk. I was healthy. Had some pretty decent gear on. I don't think I had a helmet on, but this zombie came right up behind me and smacked me right in the back of the head, and boom, I was dead. One hit shot by zombie. TKO. Lights out, you know, and it kind of, you know, it kind of pissed me off, you know, because I'm like, wow, you know, like, I just spent you know, the better part of 2 hours looting, and I had a truck, I had a V3S. I cruised on over to Zelenogorsk, and I'm, you know, looting there, and just to die from one zombie hit, you know, that's pretty ridiculous, you know. And again, like I said, this is the alpha, you know, and here I am playing again, you know, so I was mad for like, you know, 30 minutes, and then I came back onto the game, and, you know, hey, you know, I'm still enjoying the game, even though it's, you know, in development. It's still fun. It's still fun to see how it goes, how it's developed. Oh, you're still following me, crap. You know, to see, you know, to be a part of something like this, you know, from the very beginning. I think I've played this game since, not day one, the day after I got the game. And I've been playing ever since. And I've logged at least 1,000 hours, over 1,000 hours on this game. You know, and I've seen it grow. I've seen it be, you know, from what it was to what it is, and then, you know, I mean, it's still a great game all in all. You can't really complain. You know, this game still has at least, I mean, I would like to say at least it still has at least 1 million players, you know, that play on this game. And, you know, you might not think so because you might live in a different country, you might live in a, you know, whatever, and, you know, you're searching for servers that are near you, and only, you know, a handful are you know, full. But if you think about it, in a whole, other countries have the same thing going on, and their, you know, their servers are full too. So, I mean, there's tons and tons of people playing this game, and just like, you know, if you're watching this video, you're obviously interested in this game. You obviously want to, you know, be a part of this and see it grow. You know, and some people are just like, you know, they're curious. You know, oh, well, I wonder what's going on. You know, I mean, we're at freaking 0.55 update. You know, I mean, in May we're getting 0.56. So, you know, it's gone a long way. You know, from just running around, you know, with your, you know, clothes on your back to hunting. At least you can hunt now and you know, skin animals. You know, that's something new that they implemented not too long ago, and, you know, that's fun. You know, and you can pick apples off trees and, you know, get berries and stuff like that. It's just, you know, to see the game go from what it was to what it is now, and then to see the picture beyond that, and to want to see, you know, what the finished product's going to be. You know, are they going to have helicopters? Are we going to have to put them together ourselves? Are we going to have to, like, you know, loot, you know, helicopter parts to put them in and you know, fly around, you know, the map? You know, it's just like, to think, like, you know, man, I can't wait, you know, to get there. You know I have to wait, but I really can't wait. You know, it's exciting, you know. Yeah, a lot of people play the mod, you know, and if you got got a handful of the mod, you know what it's like to play, you know, that type of game play. You know, I played a very limited amount of the mod, and but from what I did play, it was fun, you know, and to think that this game could be that and more, you know, you know, it's fun. It gives you hope for this game. You know, yeah, it's kind of broken here and there. The other day I was in the Northwest Airfield, and I got on the ATC tower, and I started climbing down the ladder, and next thing you know, my character was dead. Like, the ladder killed my character, you know. That character I looted for 4 hours. I ran around for 4 hours looting. And to be killed by a ladder? Come on. Really? Like, it just makes no sense, you know? It's like, first it's zombies walking through walls and flashlights gleaming through, you know, solid concrete walls, to falling off ladders and jumping off something that's 3 feet and breaking your leg. It's like, I understand. You got to think devs they're trying to fix something, and the next thing you know, something else is broken. It's just the way it's always going to be. Hopefully they work out the kinks. Hopefully they, get everything squared away, and I don't know. I'm giving this game, it's already been a year, and they've just implemented vehicles. I don't know. This game has got a long way to go. I mean, I don't know when we'd see. I don't even want to try to, speculate or guesstimate or even think about, how long this game is going to take to be finished, because at the rate that they're working on it, it doesn't seem like it's going that fast. They're always talking about this and talking about that, but they it's slow progress, and I always say to people that I talk to, why don't they just release the source code to people and let them mod the game themselves? And I know some people that won't agree with that, and I get that, but I mean, you see what happened with Arma 2. People got a hold of that game, and next thing you know, you got DayZ, and DayZ was a fun game. And that was, that was crazy, I mean, that's what they should do to this game. Freaking let the people have the game. Let them have the code for it. Let them, mod it themselves. I don't know. It's just one of those things, you want the finished product, but you have to wait for it, so. Alright, well, that's enough of me ranting. I'll try. I don't really put a lot of videos up, a lot of gameplay up. I should, but I just get so into the gaming aspect of the game that I forget to even record sometimes. So, I'll try to put up some more gameplay. If you guys want to see that, let me know. But until then, you guys, keep going, and just know that this game is, not done yet, and eventually, things will get better, but we just have to, go with the flow. So take it easy, guys.